Alright, good afternoon. So it's actually already 2 p.m. and I haven't left Leadville yet. I was gonna leave a bit earlier, but it was seriously stormy. It was like pouring heavy rain. I should have filmed a clip of it, but I was just inside the hostel and yeah, it was just pouring rain. I was about to leave. I like packed my bag, was about to walk out. I'm just like, what is pouring rain? So I didn't leave. But yeah, anyway, just left the hostel and just going into town. Well, just gonna get my resupply on food and then just gonna leave the town. But it looks like there's another like kind of stormy system coming through. I don't know how well you can see. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't look too bad, but I think it's gonna rain a bit more. Oh well, I'm gonna leave anyway. I gotta leave at some point. It's 2 p.m. But yeah, had a nice day at the hostel, and I'm finally throwing out these shoes. So these are the shoes that I wore all the way from the Mexico border, and the tread on the shoe is basically gone. Like this part of the shoe where my thumb is on the heel is basically probably less than a millimeter left, and then same with right here, just like right in the middle of the sole there. It's completely smooth, and I would say there's probably less than a millimeter left, and I could wear them a bit more until they completely actually get holes through them, but that's going to happen really soon. It would definitely happen on this stretch towards the next town, so I'd probably end up just wearing them for not very long. I mean, it's hard to judge, but I'd probably end up just switching them out and then carrying them even though they have holes in them until I get to the next town. So I'm just going to throw them out now. You know, they did 1,000 miles, slightly over 1,000 miles, I think. You know, they went all the way from the Mexico border to the top of Mount Elbert, the highest peak in the Rocky Mountains. So pretty impressive. Really happy with these shoes. And you know, they have some holes in the mesh here. And you've also never seen me wear this before because I just bought this yesterday. So this is a Melly. That's what they call them, Mellys. Short for Melanzana. So Melanzana is a clothing shop. They basically just make hoodies. They have a couple of other items, but their main thing is a microgrid fleece hoodie, and they're very well known in the hiking community. If you don't know a lot about through hiking, long distance hiking, then you probably haven't heard of Melanzana. But anyone that's really into gear and all that knows about these hoodies, and they can only be purchased in the shop in Leadville. There's only one shop, and you can't buy them online. You can't order them online unless you found one, you know, on eBay or something secondhand. But yeah, you have to come to the shop. This is where they make them. They make them in Leadville in the shop, and you have to actually book an appointment for a specific time on a specific day, and then go in and get your hoodie. So pretty crazy. Anyway, I got a hoodie, so it's actually really comfy. I really like the hood on it as well. You can like cinch it down tight, so it like kind of covers a lot of your face. It's just really comfy, fits nicely, and I've had a really nice stay in Leadville. I definitely could have stayed 2 nights if I wasn't, you know, I'm trying to make progress, trying to get more miles in, make progress north to Canada, so I'm gonna leave now, but I definitely could have stayed 2 nights because it's a really nice town. Probably actually my favorite town stop so far on the CDT. So, you know, a lot of these towns in Colorado especially are like quite historic towns, and Leadville is definitely one of those. There was a bar I went to called the Silver Dollar Saloon, which I think has been around since some point in the 1800s, and a lot of famous, like, I guess like Old West, Wild West type people were there. I don't know the names, but if you look up Silver Dollar Saloon, you can see the kind of people that used to drink at that bar back in the day. And yeah, basically I met up with 2 hikers, Spice Girl and King Arthur, who I had actually met on the Arizona Trail. So I met these 2 people near Oracle, so in like southern Arizona, and they were really cool people to meet. There was actually a big group of hikers. They were probably the coolest group of hikers that I actually met on the Arizona Trail, and I stayed in contact with them all, and yeah, found out that they were both living in Colorado. One of them lives here in Leadville, the other one lives close by in a town called Vail. And so yeah, I found out they were in town, and they actually summited Elbert yesterday as well. They were up on the peak just after me. I didn't see them on the trail, but yeah. And so met up with them for some drinks and had a really nice night actually. Like, we were hanging out pretty late, had a lot of drinks, and yeah, met a few of the locals in Leadville. One guy from Montana and someone else from Georgia, and yeah, they had like moved here and they were working here in town. And yeah, just kind of, it's cool like actually meeting locals in a town. It is obviously a very touristy town and all that, but yeah, nice to get a perspective on, you know, asking them what it's like to live here, what the town's like, and what kind of stuff they get up to. And just like, it was a great night. I had such a good time. So yeah, anyway, I also had a massive pizza yesterday. I got like a 16-inch, you know, large pizza with all sorts. It was kind of a weird pizza. Like it had shrimp or prawns on it, jalapenos, like cream cheese. It might sound pretty weird to you, but it was supposed to be a Leadville favorite from a place called Big Mountain Pies, maybe. Anyway, it was a big pizza. I ate the whole thing like pretty easily. So yeah, anyway, it's been a good time. So I'm just gonna go get my Resupplying food and get out of here. So this is Melanzana, where I got my hoodie yesterday, and I'm gonna say goodbye to these shoes. Feels kind of sad to get rid of them. They made it so far, but yeah, there they go. Alright, so I actually stopped filming on this day, and the reason for that was as I was leaving Leadville, it started raining again, and it was raining non-stop for a long time. So I put the camera away, and then I was walking on the road, basically just walking on a highway for a while to get out of Leadville, and that was basically just the rest of the day. So as I was walking out of Leadville, well, I think I showed a clip of me throwing away my shorts, which were all ripped up, and the rips were pretty bad on those shorts. Some of them were like right in the back, like, yeah, it didn't look good. So I got new shorts, and I got like some good Salomon running shorts. I got them from some like thrift store actually. So yeah, anyway, after that I walked towards the Safeway, which was like along the way out, and it started raining as I was walking towards Safeway. Got my resupply on food, about 5 days of food, and Safeway was good, easy resupply. Like one of the best resupplies on the trail, honestly, because a lot of the places that you resupply are like small country grocers, which are like really expensive and don't have a lot of options. But when you get a supermarket, which is actually kind of rare because we go through so many like tiny towns, so that was good. And as I stepped outside the Safeway, I was like, wow, I mean, it's really raining, and like it did not look good. And the thing is, I'm going to be walking on a road, like on a highway, and it's just not a crazy highway. It's like single lane highway, but still decent number of cars. And I wasn't sure what the shoulder would be like up ahead, and I didn't want to do it in the rain when the cars have less visibility and all that. So I sat outside of the Safeway, just like undercover from the rain a bit, and I sat there for at least an hour, maybe longer. I didn't end up actually leaving until around like 6 or 6:30, and at that point I was just like, all right, I need to leave because otherwise I'm going to end up on the road at night, and I don't want to walk on the road at night. So yeah, eventually I just got up and left. But yeah, the road walk out was fine, it wasn't too bad. Basically had about 9 miles to reach, or like 8 or 9 miles to reach Tennessee Pass, which is where I am now, but this is the following day. And yeah, I just kind of kept the camera away. I was just like trying to get the miles in and just walk on the road. Wasn't sure if it was going to rain again, but I'll put some pictures. I did take some photos. Basically, it was actually kind of scenic. Like there was some mountains to the west, and yeah, walked past a ranch and all these cows. Hadn't seen cows in a while, not since New Mexico, I don't think. But yeah, and like friendly people stopping by to ask if I needed a ride, and I would just tell them no, I want to keep walking. So yeah, really it was fine. And towards the end I was almost at Tennessee Pass, and then it was getting dark, so I didn't want to walk in the dark. There was still cars going by, so I just went into the woods and pitched my tarp, and it did actually rain overnight as well, so it was good that I pitched my tarp. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this day.